Just a little update on my shop. I have got it all painted white. These two things here, that's what I got my chicken feed in, the scratch and the crumbles. That was $5 at a yard sale for both of them. But this is what it looks like. It's a little brighter in here. And I've gone and up here, I had some of that foam that you put on your mattress, and I've tucked it all up in them cracks. And I've done the same thing for the most part here where the really big cracks are. I do have some caulking that I plan on filling them holes up, but I'll tell you what a difference, what a difference. I mean, it gets so warm here with the stove as choked down as I can get it. It gets so warm in here now I have to open the door. So this leads me to my next project. On the other side of this wall is my other shop that you most of the time see me in. But in order to heat that shop, I have to use the electric heaters. And boy, do them things use some juice. So what I'm going to do, in this upper corner over here, I'm going to cut a hole into my other shop. And this lower corner over here, I'm going to cut a hole as close to the floor as I can get as a return. On that hole down there, I'm going to take this fan and blow some of this heat over into the other shop, and maybe I can get it warm enough where I can work in there and my paint won't freeze, and it'll make both of these shops usable. Most of the time when I do a lot of welding, I do it out here because it's concrete floor, and that's wood, wood bench, wood floor in there. And my other little project coming up is this here. I've been wanting to put a CB antenna on my pickup truck, mostly because I'm a redneck and it's the law. And these spring things here, they're $55 is the cheapest I could find one. And I just can't spare $55 for something, that's not absolutely necessary. But I found a guy on Craigslist, like the day after I decided I was going to put a CB in there and then check the price of these things. The next day, a guy on Craigslist had this and an Avanti 6-foot fiberglass antenna. And I called him to see how much he wanted for it. And he said $35, which is not bad for just this part here would have been worth $35. It's brand new. Never been mounted. But the Avanti antenna is, he had the price tag on it. It's still in this little cardboard tube, and it said $146 on it. Well, I didn't have that kind of money. I mean, I do, but I just can't spare money for things that are not necessities right now. But what I did have was a frequency counter. For an old radio I had that had extra channels in it, but you never know what channel you were on because it didn't have a frequency counter. So I got rid of that radio years ago, and now I have a Ranger 2950 with a frequency counter in it and a 10K hop and military channels. Hell, it's got it all. So I asked him if he needed a frequency counter, and he said he sure did. So I bought this old frequency counter over there, and we swapped out even. So I may get to this today. I'm not going to use this antenna. I have a quarter wave stainless whip that I'm going to put in here. I just like it. It bends over real easy. This is a solid antenna. The stainless whip, if I hit something, it'll bend back. And anyway, yeah, this guy got it, and he was going to put it on his camper and realized it was way too tall. And he decided to go another route. So that's a project for today, and the holes in the walls. I gotta get inside my shop and make sure I can actually put the holes where I want to. So I'm gonna get right after that and see how quickly it warms up in the other shop. I want to put my hole into the other shop as high up and as close to this end as I can, and I'm not sure where it will end up in the other room, so I popped a hole through this wall and through the wall of the other shop, and I'm going to go see where it comes out over there. Alright, there it is. That's about 16, 17 inches from the ceiling. I really wanted it higher, but that's the best I can do right there, so I think that'll work. I think that will give me, I believe there's a stud right at the edge of this plywood here. So I think I can give me about a 8-inch by, oh, I don't know, 16-inch hole. I'll have to do a standard size, that way I can find a grate to fit over it. Alright, I think I'm going to go through, I'm going to find the stud, and I'm going to cut through this side over to the other room. That way this is the more critical side here. Alrighty, there's the one, the lower one. Now I'm going to go over to that corner, climb up on my special ladder chair and cut that one over there. You know what, before I do that, I'm going to get a thermometer and stick it in the other shop over there and let it acclimate to that temperature over there. And then when I open this up over here, I'll somehow mount that fan up there, turn it on, and give it about 30-40 minutes and see what the temperature change is. Alright, according to this thermometer, it is 40, 39, 40, which is about right. Now I'm going to go on the other side, cut that hole, put a fan up, and about an hour or so, about a cup of coffee, maybe 2, and I'll come back out here and see how much it's warmed up in here. It is so warm over there that it's just uncomfortably hot, so that ought to really make a difference. And I'm glad, because I really prefer working over here, because all my, most of my tools are over here. I do have a smattering of tools over there, but all my good stuff's in this shop. Hey guys, don't y'all ever quit. Jeez. Okay, in just the short amount of time it took for me to cut the hole, build a little shelf for that fan to set on, and it just took me 5 minutes. This really crappy little thing I just threw together with the wood I cut out of that hole. And just that amount of time I've gained right at 2 degrees. And I hold my hand up, and you would not believe the warm air. It's going to be nice in here. I am so glad that I thought of that, and what made me think about it was how hot it got. I'm sweating. It's that hot over there that I'm sweating just from the little bit of work I've done in there. All right, I'm gonna drink a cup of coffee and come back out here and check this. Oh wow, an immediate difference. All right, this is the return, the air going into the shop with a wood stove. And tell you what, just walking in here, it's warm enough now where I could work comfortably. What is this, 55, 54? Yeah, about 54 degrees, and I still feel very warm air coming in here. Well, that's great. I just figured out a way to heat this shop cheaply. And I think It's an old video, but maybe some of my new subscribers don't know. I know a place to get wood. I'll show you my wood while I'm talking about it. For 20 bucks a cord. And you know, some people may not believe that, so I'm going to show you and then tell you where I get it. And what these are is it's a factory that makes railroad ties. And they make them out of oak, white oak, red oak. And this is what I got left. Now this pile, before the winter started, this pile was right here where the dolly is. And so I've used almost a cord of wood in this short amount of time. I would say 3/4 of a cord, because I have restacked this. I've made that down there a little higher. And so I would say 1/2 to 3/4 of a cord of wood just in this short amount of time. Anyway, what these are is the ends that they make the railroad tie. They run it through the mill, make the tie, and then they cut it to length. And these are the ends that they cut off. So they're all oak. There's no bark. And they stack up nice and easy. And no, these are not treated with creosote. They don't even have creosote on this railroad tie factory site. So they put them on a trailer and they truck them to another destination to be treated with creosote. So, what was I saying? Anyway, yeah, 20 bucks a cord is all I'm paying. So that's going to be a cheap way to heat the shop. Let me walk in here and see if I can see a difference in how much heat is in here, because it was actually fairly uncomfortable. You guys coming in? Come on. Yeah, this is much better. Much better. All right, I'm really happy I did that. So, yeah. So I'm heating, well, I'll have to do the math. I can't do math in my head. This is 16 by 24, and that is 24 by 24. So, if you, and I don't have enough fingers. Okay, I'm gonna put this video up, and then I'm gonna set a spell, answer some email, watch some videos. It's Sunday, you know, I don't want to get too busy. And then I think I may, it's supposed to be like 3 o'clock this afternoon, it's supposed to get up to 50. And I just might get out there and back my truck around into the sun and mount this. And then go through my Faraday cages and dig out the CB that I want to put in the pickup truck. That's another project. All right, I'm going to put this up, and I hope y'all had a great weekend. Talk to you later.